2. Hey, Drue James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com. I hope you're having a great day and welcome to my tutorial for Wildwood by Paul Weller, a song that I've taught so much throughout my teaching career, and I just thought it's time to share it with you. As I said, I've taught it to a few people, so I know a few of the ways to get that rhythm right, because it's the rhythm that is often quite challenging. The chords aren't too bad, one little mini bar chord and obviously capo on fret 2. But I'll break it down for you very slowly and we'll be learning it and building it up in stages. So let's start learning how to play it. I forgot to mention that you can get the tab to this for free. All you need to do is join the student area of my website. Just takes a name and email address. You can join by clicking the link now in the video or in the video description. Okay, so let's have a look at the main riff just a little bit slower. Okay, so capo, fret 2, A minor chord. That's index on fret 1 on the B string, middle finger on fret 2 on the D, and ring finger on fret 2 on the G. Eddie 8 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie, E-A-D-G-B-E. So if you start with that chord held down, and what you're actually going to do is you're going to play a little lick, which means that you lift up the middle finger, and you're going to strike the open D string, and hit the middle finger into the open D string, basically completing your A minor chord. Then lift up the ring finger that's holding down fret 2 on the G, and then you get your open string. So that's pick. It's called a hammer on when you hit with the middle finger, so hit it in as hard as you can. If you find that difficult, then by all means double pick. Picking it twice. Okay, so that's your lick. Then you make your A minor complete it, easy enough because you just put the ring finger back, and you go bass note. Now if I say bass note, it means the first string you would normally strum in the chord, and for an A minor that's the A string, the second string down. And you're going to pick that bass note and strum kind of the bottom 4 strings underneath it. Doesn't matter if you hit the A string a little bit, who cares, but it sounds a little crisper if you can be accurate like that. So to do that, have a look down at your right hand, tilt the guitar a little if necessary so you can see not just a line of strings but all 6 strings. And you're going to go bass, down strum, bass, down strum, bass, down strum. So far we have We then play the bass note again, and we go up, down, up. So it's bass, bass, up, down. So bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, down, up. Let's do that again. From just the beginning of the A minor, the bass down, and bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, down, down. Repeat that. And just get used to that rhythm. Bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, down. Okay? We don't do the lick, but the next chord is very easy. You just lift up the index and the ring finger to leave the second fret on the D string. This is making a chord called an E minor over A. We're playing the A string again, and we do the same thing. Bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, down. Okay, so from the beginning. Bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, down, up. noticed I didn't lift up all my fingers when I changed chord. I just lifted up the index and ring, the middle stayed where it was. Okay, the next chord is a D minor 7. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. If you've been playing guitar a bit longer and you're comfortable with it, you can do a little mini bar chord where you press down the index and the index finger presses down the B and the E string on the first fret and point the finger towards your face. And the middle finger presses down on the second fret on the G string, and that gives you the D minor 7. Now, because it's a D chord, the bass note is changed to the D string, the third string down. And this one, the rhythm is slightly different. We go bass, down, down, bass, down. Sorry, I'll do that again. Bass, down, 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 up, bass. So it's bass, down, 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 up, bass. Okay, so I'm going to start from the D minor 7. Okay, now the last chord is an F minor over D. So I'll show you the other way to do the D minor 7. You don't have to bar chord. You can use your index and middle finger on fret 1 on the E and B, and your ring finger on fret 2 on the G string. Gives you the same chord, but I personally prefer this because we're changing to this, which is called an F minor over D, where you just bar the bottom 3 strings, G, B, and E. Or you could try to squeeze all 3 fingers in there. I don't recommend that because it's really hard to get all of those fat fingers in there, especially with the capo being where it is. So press down the bottom 3 strings and you strum the bottom 4 strings. Now I need to show you where that change happens within that bar. So this is the hardest bit to kind of grasp. So I'm going to do it slowly. From the D minor 7, we go bass, down, 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 up, bass, change D minor, down, down. Slowly again, bass, down, 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 up, bass, down, down, up. So where there's this little bass in the middle, that's when you'd be changing chord to the F minor over D. Get into what I'm doing there to make it sound more like the record in just a second. Okay, so let's summarize up to that point. Okay, starting from the top, the beginning. Bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, down, bass, down, 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 up, bass, down, down, up. Then into A minor to finish. So we go bass, down, bass, down, bass, down. And then we've got the lick at the end of that bar. But basically that's when things go round in a circle. So coming out of the D minor 7, bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, down and down, bass. Then we repeat. And that's when the singing would come in there. Okay? Good. So if you've got that so far, there's just one little cherry on the cake, as it were, to really start making it sound like the song. And these are called accents. Now, you should only be starting to think about accents when you know the song really, really well and when it's starting to sound clean. Add in the accents afterwards. The accents are represented on the music with a little sort of like zigzaggy, kind of almost a triangle, but facing the other way. And they're basically, an accent is just a louder strum. So listen, this is without accents. This is with accents. So you can hear that there's these little like check, they're like louder sounds, and that's what makes it sound like what Paul Weller is doing. Okay. Now Paul Weller's probably doing that very naturally, but for those of us that are maybe learning, we don't necessarily think about sort of doing louder strums. So put them in. They always happen on up strums. Okay. So from the A minor we go bass, down, bass, down, bass, down, bass, up, and it's that up that's louder. Bass, up, down, up, bass, up, down. It's a real snatch. For the E minor 7. Then the D minor 7, it's bass down, 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 up, bass down. I'll do that one slower, so it's bass down, 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 up, bass up, bass down, down, up. And on that F minor 7, there's actually 2 in that bar. And then we're back to here again. Okay, so putting in the accents really gives it a very rich, authentic sound to what Paul Weller is doing. And he does that progression throughout most of the song, okay? There's these little bits where there's this little lead line, which I'm not teaching today. I just wanted to really give you a good breakdown into that riff, and just a terrific song. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Keep on playing, and I'll see you again soon for another lesson.